326 lumens, 1.5 volts, 4.54 kilograms, 9 liters. What do all these things have in common? They're units of measurement, and today I'm going to show you how to convert them. So let's start out with our first example. We are going to convert seconds into years. So we're going to start by going years to days to hours to minutes to seconds. And we're going to begin by setting up 1 year here, and then 1 year here. So you're going to want it adjacent to each other. Now, before we start solving, we're going to need our conversion factors. So first we're going to need our years to days. So 1 year equals 365 days. 1 day equals 24 hours. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. And 1 minute equals 60 seconds. And every teacher is going to give you the conversion factors on your paper, most likely. Obviously you can also look up conversion factors online, but obviously we're going to be doing the actual conversion of units using dimensional analysis. So from here, we're going to want to put our first conversion factor on the top of this. So 1 year equals 365 days. Reminder, it is very important to always keep your units. Once you lose track of your units, you will end up making a mistake. That is one of the most important parts of doing dimensional analysis. So now that we have this, we can cross out our years, and now we need to do days to hours. So 1 day equals 24 hours. So now we convert hours into minutes. So we can see that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Now we can cross out hours. And now we do our final conversion, where we do 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So now that we have our final conversion, what we need to do is we need to take 1, multiply it by 365, multiply it by 24, multiply it by 60, and then multiply it by 60 again. And once you multiply that, you will get 31,536,000 seconds. And that is our first example. I hope you guys are beginning to get a grasp on this. We can move on to the next one, and hopefully you'll kind of start to see how this works. Now, I would not only like to share a real-life example with you, but an example that I encountered just the other day. So, my friend Raphael, he's French, and he came to swim with us. And he is from France, where they use meters. And here we use yards. So he wants to know, how long is a yards pool compared to a meters pool? So how many yards are in a meter? So a standard length swimming pool is 25 yards here in America. And there, obviously, it's 25 meters. So let's get our conversion factors, since it's just one conversion. So it's just yards to meters. Our conversion table is just going to be one conversion, but we're gonna write it out anyway. So we have 1 yard equals 0.9144 meters. Now we are going to set up our boxes. So we can see that we have 25 yards, and we are going to convert that into meters, as you know. So we're going to take 1 yard, and we're going to take 0.9144 meters. Since it's on the top, we are going to multiply. So our final equation would be 25 times 0.9144. If we put that into a calculator, you will see that that equals 22.86 meters. So we'll have a car moving at a speed of 50 miles per hour. And we want to know how fast that car is going in meters per second. So this is a two-part problem. As you can see, that we have both miles and meters, which are length, and seconds and hours, which are time. Which makes it quite a bit more complex since you're converting 2 instead of 1. So you can see I have set up here what units we are going to be converting to and from. So I'm going to be converting from miles to kilometers, and then kilometers to meter, and then hours to minutes, and then minutes to seconds. So we need to set up our conversion factors. So 1 mile equals 1.609 kilometers. And then 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. For our time, we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, and that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So now you can see that we've got everything we need to start doing our problem. So let's see, miles per hour. So we're gonna put miles on top and hours on the bottom, and we have 50 miles over 1 hour. I mean, because that's all 50 miles per hour is. You're going 50 miles over the span of an hour. Now that we've got this set up, we can go and put our first unit on the bottom. So 1 miles equals 1.609 kilometers. Now we can cross these units out and move on to kilometers. So then 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. All right there. So we're gonna we have solved our 50 miles, and now we're going to go into our 1 hour. So since this is on the bottom, we need to put it adjacent, which means now it's going to go on the top. I'm gonna go 1 hour to 60 minutes. And we're gonna go 1 minute equals 60 seconds. Reminder that when you're converting your time after you've converted your length, this is technically irrelevant, and when you're doing your length, this is technically irrelevant. They are two separate conversion problems, but you do need to write both when you're doing it, so you don't lose track of which one's on the top and which one's on the bottom. It's just like keeping track of your units and crossing them off. Even though it seems useless, when you start getting into more and more complex problems, it becomes very, very useful. So now we need to actually solve our problem of converting 50 miles an hour into meters per second. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 50. We're going to multiply it by 1.609. And then multiply it by 1,000, because like I said, both are on the top, meaning that we multiply. Now let's move into our time. So since they're both on the bottom, since both of our conversion factors are on the bottom, we're going to want to divide. So we're going to take this and we're going to divide it by 60 twice. Now, normally you would want to just set this up in a straight line. So instead of splitting it up into two different problems, you just want to set it up all the way down and have a whole bunch of boxes. But I don't have much space here, so I split it up into two, which is also okay if you need to keep track of it that way. So now let's get the answer to our problem. So we're going to go 50 times 1.609 times 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 60. So we're going to get the answer of 22.347. And there's things after that, but we're going to round to 22.347.